This has actually been a requested product. I think it looks really, really festive. They're the don't get your tinsel in a tangle Christmas decoration. The next day was Black Friday and I realised, you haven't done anything about that. Are you going to put a sale on? The sale has been on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and today. It's been a bit overwhelming this year. I do think this has been the worst year. And now I'm going to focus with my mum on packing orders. And then as you're watching this, the mouse mats will be live in my shop. Hi everyone and welcome to a brand new studio vlog. It's really nice to start off this week's vlog with a little bit of making, and this has actually been a requested product. I've been asked by a few people now if I was planning on bringing another mouse mat to the shop and whether I would do the Stay Curious design with Maple the Fox now that we're in a cozy time of year. So look at it here. Look, it's right here on my desk. I absolutely love how it turned out. So I have one here and I'm just super happy with it. I think it cozies up the office for this time of year. So we'll have a change from the wildflower and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So I just need to design the packaging and we can get this up and on the website. But before I do, I'm actually going on a trip, so I'm not going to be in the office from Monday to Friday. It's Sunday as I'm filming this, and I have just been getting a few orders ready, making sure nobody's going to be waiting on anything while I'm away. And now I have a vlog to edit before I go, but me and my mum and my little girl are going on a trip from Monday to Thursday. We're going to Chester and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be the first time I've been away with her anywhere, and it's going to be really lovely to spend time with my mum. But obviously that means with both of us off, there's going to be nobody here. So I've got a few things to do, before I disappear. Orders I have just finished, so that's very good. I need to order some things that are out of stock so that they can like be being delivered while I'm away, and then I can hit the ground running again the other end. I've got a video to edit and send off to a sponsor, and I've actually got to pack, so yeah, not too much to do. While we're away, I'm actually going to visit a new stockist. So I have been stocked in And Friends, which is in Heswall, the Wirral, since I want to say last October. And this year they opened a brand new store in Chester just about a month ago as I'm filming this. So while we're in Chester, I'm actually going to pop in to the new Chester market and visit the shop as well as see what else is in there. So let's get going. Now, I didn't do too much work while I was away, but one thing I wanted to do that I ran out of time for was changing the banner on the top of my Instagram profile. So this is what my profile looked like before. And as you can see, it's got 3 pinned images at the top which join together to make a banner, and those images always stay at the top and they've got information about my business. But I wanted to change it because I want my Christmas gift guide and also information about my free gift wrapping service to stay at the top. But because I've got this banner at the top at the minute, when I post more things, those posts about the gift guide and the gift wrapping are just getting to get further and further down my profile. So I designed a new banner to put up temporarily for Christmas. So this is what the banner looks like, and I designed it in Canva, and it's basically the size of 3 Instagram posts next to each other. And then I used a website called Imagey.app, I'll leave it in the description, to actually split the image into 3. So it then gave me the 3 images split, which would kind of seamlessly join back together to make the banner when they were pinned on Instagram, if that makes sense. So I'll show you what I did once I had my 3 images. So I basically uploaded each image in turn, and I uploaded them in the order that they would need to be pinned. So I started with the one about my gift wrapping service, which was going to be on the left, and I copied the caption that I'd previously put in an Instagram post about that and put it in the caption of this so that people can always click on it from the banner and see what it's all about. Then for the middle one, it's mostly just the Sunshine Lane logo, and I put a little bit about the business as well as a link to the website. And then the one on the right was going to be information about the gift guide. So again, I copied the caption that I'd put previously for a post about that and put it under here. And then once I had those 3 images uploaded, I opened each image in turn and clicked the 3 little dots, and I clicked pin. And that pinned them on the top row, so you can pin 3 posts and they kind of join back together and make that banner that I designed in Canva. And I think it looks really, really festive, and it just means now that when people click on my profile, they can see straight away what I want them to see at this time of year, which is about the gift wrapping and the gift guide, because those are things that I've kind of done to entice people to shop for Christmas with Sunshine Lane. So I'm happy with how this looks, and it's nice to bring a festive vibe to my Instagram. Hi everyone, so last time I saw you I was off on my travels to Chester, and I did take a little bit of footage but not a lot because we were dealing with a very stroppy toddler. She had a cold, was teething, obviously completely out of her routine, so I think it was very brave of me to take her on holiday so soon after her moving in. We're taking the wins. It was a lovely trip. It was just also hard work, so I've been recovering since, and it's now the following Monday, and me and my mum Alison are both back in the office. It's the first time we've been working together in over 2 weeks, so that's really nice. And we are catching up on orders. I'm not going to include any of the footage here because there's just not enough to make it worthwhile in the end. I decided that my attention needed to just be on family time. So when I got back, it was Thursday, and the next day was Black Friday, and I realised, I haven't done anything about that. Are you going to put a sale on? And I kind of intended to put a sale on, but I hadn't really teased the sale. I hadn't decided what I was doing. So Thursday night after we got back, I sat down and I made a list of items that I wanted to put in a big clearance, and I did up to 80% off those, and then everything else was 20% off across the whole shop, and I also put 20% off everything on Etsy. So I did all of that, and then the sale has been on Friday, Saturday, Sunday and today. It's been a bit overwhelming this year because I had to keep Googling when is Black Friday because it feels like it's been like Black Fortnite because I've been having emails about it for so long. I do think this has been the worst year in terms of it being such an overwhelming sales event from the big companies, and small businesses are kind of put in a position where do we join in with it and offer something, but obviously offering huge discounts when you're a small business, it's difficult to do. Profit margins are tight anyway when you're a small business owner, and it's different to when you're a big company selling thousands, millions of products that you can get produced for much cheaper. I know some small businesses have joined in with it this year, some I've seen haven't, and I think both are completely valid. You just do what you want, but I just thought I would pop a little sale on this weekend, even though I hadn't really done any marketing before the event itself. And I'm pleased to say we've come in today to quite a lot of orders, which is lovely. So my mum has been making a start on those. I have been making more Christmas decorations because we've had quite a few orders for those. They're these ones I made in last week's vlog. If you haven't seen them, they're the Don't Get Your Tinsel in a Tangle Christmas decoration. So I've had the heat press on, I've been making some of those, and now I'm going to focus with my mum on packing orders. I've got about an hour left of my work day for now, and then I need to be back on mum duty. So we're going to see how many orders we can get through and take you with us. So now all the packaging is ready. I've taken a few photos and I want to get the listings actually up everywhere that I sell my items and hopefully get it all up by the time I release this video. And one of the main places I still sell my items is on Etsy, because it's a great way for new customers to find your products, because Etsy's like a search engine really. People don't necessarily know who they want to buy from, and it's an easy way to be found by people who haven't heard of you before. So I keep my items up on Etsy, and you might have seen a few vlogs ago I have been using a tool to help me be seen more on Etsy, and it's called Everbee, and I want to thank Everbee for sponsoring this segment of the video. Everbee is a great tool for people whether you're a beginner and you're new to selling on Etsy, or whether you've been selling there for a while like me. The fact is that with any kind of selling platform, trends change and what customers are looking for changes too, and Everbee evolves with that, so it can show you the latest information of how people are searching for items on Etsy, what kind of things they're interested in, and you can get that information right as you're scrolling Etsy with their Chrome extension, which is really handy. You can even see what the top sellers are doing behind the scenes, including what tags they are using to bring customers to their listings, and then you can utilize that on your own listings to boost your appearance in the search, which is what I want to do some of today, because mouse mats are a new product to my shop. I've only got the wildflower one and this one, and so I want to do a little bit of research of what sells in terms of mouse mats on Etsy and what kind of keywords I should be using to make sure I'm appearing high enough in search for people to see the lovely maple. So when I go into Everbee, I click on the product analytics option and I searched mousepad at the top just to see what the highest selling mousepads are on Etsy, and straight away I could see that there are a lot of kind of leather options, felt options that didn't really match what I was trying to sell. So I used different search terms to try and narrow it down and find some listings similar to mine to see if they were profitable on Etsy, and also what I could learn from the better selling listings in that category. So when you click on each of the products, you can see how much roughly they are making a month from the sale of that product, and you can see what tags they've used to get their listing to appear in search. It was when I typed in cosy mousepad that I started to see products that were a better fit alongside mine, that kind of matched the vibe of mine, with it being kind of a cute, cozy setup with a character on the mouse mat and the kind of illustration style. And I saw a lot of listings from Catnip. And if you follow Catnip, which I'm sure you probably do, you'll know that they sell a whole load of mouse mats with different cute characters on there. And so I thought, okay, this is actually a pretty good fit in terms of looking at how Catherine gets her mouse mats seen in search. So I started clicking on some of the products, and you can see that I can open up the tags that are used, and the tags get a keyword score, so you can see which of the keywords is more likely to get you seen in search. So because there were actually so many results coming up from Catnip, what I did was click on her shop under Shop Analyzer, and this shows all the top selling products, mouse mats, as well as all the other items she sells. And a lot of mouse mats were actually really high up in that, which is good for me to see, because obviously it is something that people are looking for. And so I clicked on the ones with a similar sort of vibe to my bookish mouse mat that I've made. And as I went through, I made a note on my phone of some of the higher ranking keywords that I could use on my own listing to try and boost it in the search results. Now, once I had done that, I went back to product analytics, and you can see that there's two tabs. There's a product analytics and a tag analytics. So I started putting in things like fox mouse mat, fox desk decor, because I wanted some fox related and bookish related search terms that hadn't come up so far in my search. So I just used the tag analytics tab to look at whether the tags I was typing in and coming up with had a good score, and it will also then suggest similar things that people are searching for and the keyword score for those. So again, I made a note of some that I felt were really strong and actually matched the listing that I was going to be putting up, and I saved them ready to do my listing. So once I'd done that and I had a good list, I went ahead and started to set up the listing on Etsy for this mouse mat, and I copied the listing for my wildflower one one, and then I changed the bits I needed to that were unique to this listing. And so obviously one of the first things I did was type in all the tags that I felt would really get me seen in search that I'd found from my Everbee research. And it's a really good idea to try and utilize all 13 tags that you have available. So that's what I did. Make the most of the tags that you have available. And then what I will then go on to do is utilize these tags also in my title and description. So you're working them into the flow of the listing as much as you can without just writing them as a list. Try and make it sound natural kind of in your descriptions and things. So all I need to do now is add the photographs and finish off this listing. If you want to sign up to Everbee and give it a try for yourself, they actually have a free plan that is free forever, which has some limits on the amount of keyword research you can do in one go, but it can give you a lot of information that can be helpful in bringing people to your Etsy shop and give you a chance to try it for free and see how you get on with it. So if you want to give Everbee a go for yourself, I would love it if you could click the link in the description below to let Everbee know I sent you over to say hi, and let me know how you get on with it. Drop me a comment or a message because I would love to know the impact that it has on your Etsy analytics. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the listing I made on my Shopify store, and then as you're watching this, the mask mats will be live in my shop. So do go and check them out. And if you've watched to the end of this video, could you leave a fox emoji in the comments for Maple, of course. I love seeing who watches to the end, and I read every single comment that you leave, and it really is lovely to have people supporting me on this journey, because obviously things are changing over here. I've entered a new chapter. I'm trying to juggle the business with motherhood. I've actually thrown my back out today, which is less than ideal. So it's lovely to have little cheerleaders in my comments and all the support, whether it's a comment or an order or whatever it is. I'm just super grateful. So I am working on another video. I did mention it previously that I am going to be using my X-Tool laser cutter to make a completely new type of product, and one I don't think I've seen before. So I think that's going to be next week's video. So like this one if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not a subscriber already to make sure you don't miss out on my upcoming videos. And until then, take care everyone, and I will see you soon. Bye!